Strings. In the previous video you met the special kind of JavaScript variable called a string. You created a string by surrounding a word or sentence with double quotes, but you can also use single quotes. For example, let sentence equal the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. When you create a string in JavaScript, it's converted into a data type called a string object. An object in JavaScript can not only store data, it can also be used to manipulate the data. What do I mean by that? Well, it has a series of properties and methods that we can use. An example of a property is sentence.length. By using .length we get the value 44. That is the number of characters in the sentence. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. An example of a method is sentence starts with the. Now we're asking if the string we've called sentence starts with the string the. We get the answer true. True and false are special kinds of number called a Boolean, and we'll see much more of them later. What happens if we use a lowercase t? You can repeat a previous entry by pressing the up arrow. Now we get the answer false. The string object has lots of methods. One lets us convert each letter to lowercase. Sentence to lowercase starts with the. Now we get true. See how we can chain together the methods. Here, up to the first dot, sentence starts with an uppercase T. Then we use the method to lowercase, so after the second dot, the string now starts with a lowercase t. When we ask if test starts with a lowercase t, the answer is now true. Often, in code, you'll want to search through a string to see if it has a particular sequence of characters. As well as starts with, there's also ends with. Sentence.ends with dog is true, but sentence.ends with lazy is false. What if the word you're searching for is in the middle of the string? Then you can use includes. Sentence.includes fox. The answer is true. In programming speak we say the method returns true. What if we want to know where the word fox is in the sentence? Then we use sentence.indexOf fox, which returns 16. If we start from the beginning and count the letters, including the spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We find ourselves on the space before the word fox. That's because the first letter isn't index 1, it's index 0. We can show it in the console using sentence square brackets 0 square bracket. That shows the single character at position 0. If we swap the 0 to 16, we get the F at the beginning of fox. We can add another string to our string using plus equals. Sentence plus equals, if the dog barked, was it really lazy? Plus equals is the same as sentence equals sentence plus, if the dog barked, was it really lazy? When we use the method indexOf, we included the word fox in the brackets. All methods use brackets. It sets them apart from a property, such as length, that doesn't need brackets. The word we supplied is called a parameter, and we'll meet parameters a lot in the course. The indexOf method is most often used with a single parameter, like this, but we can use a second parameter. The sentence now has two examples of the word dog. If we use sentence.indexOf dog, then we get the return value 41, which is the position in the string of the first dog. Suppose we want to find the position of the second dog. Then we add a second parameter, set to one more than the value previously returned. If the second parameter is 41, then the return value is still 41. We're setting the position in the string to start the search from, and it finds the word dog immediately. If instead we set it to 42, then the return value is 53. This is where we find the second dog. Sometimes we need to extract part of a string. For that we can use the method substring. Sentence.substring 53. This will return everything in the string sentence from the character at position 53. Just like index of, we can use two parameters. If we do, the second parameter is the end index, where to stop accessing the string sentence. What value should we use to get the value dog returned? Pause now and try it for yourself. Yes, 56 is the value to add. We can access a substring from the sentence using a different method, slice. At first it seems identical to substring. Sentence.slice 5356. Where it differs is when we use minus values for parameters. Sentence.slice -5 -1 returns lazy because a minus parameter will start at the end of the string and count backwards. Do this with the method substring and you get an empty string returned because all parameter values below 0 for substring are changed to 0. So sentence.substring -5 -1 actually becomes sentence.substring 0 0. With a start and end index of 0, we get no characters returned. Now that you know about variables, it's time to start thinking about programming. In the next video, you'll take your first steps. See you there! This video comes from my Udemy course, The Beginner's Guide to 3D Web Game Development with ThreeJS. Get the full course by following the link at nicklever.com/courses.